House of Representatives and the Ministry of Finance have disagreed over the procedure for the payment of the sum of 2.8 billion naira to the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, Opec, in 2017. The ministry appeared before the Public Accounts Committee of the House in the ongoing investigative hearing on audit queries by Auditor General of the Federation on the ministries, departments and agencies. Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Aliyu Ahmed, said the payment was made by the minister following a memo by OPEC requesting the said sum. Ahmed said the amount was released from the Office of the Accountant General as payment of Nigeria's contribution to the OPEC Fund for International Development in 2017.
Where the Auditor General indicated that the sum of 2,828,771,854.37 was released from service-wide vote, not properly accounted for. And our response, distinguished members, is that the fund in question was from the authority to incur expenditure with relevant file numbers. This amount was released to the Office of Accountant General of the Federation from service-wide vote for the payment of Nigeria's contribution to the OPEC Fund for International Development in 2017. In this regard, the recommendation of the Auditor General that the OAGF should account for this fund is no doubt in order. However, the Ministry has gone a step ahead to provide evidence of payment of the said sum to OPEC. If you see Annex 1, you will see the copies of the AIE, supporting document, and on the very last page of Annex 1 is the debit advice for payment to OPEC Fund, which was provided for us from the Central Bank of Nigeria.
Members of the committee disagreed that the minister could not have released such an amount of money without recourse to the president. Ahmed said payments to international organizations are not guided by the Procurement Act. He said it was a routine payment and there are hundreds of international organizations, so if they had to resort to the president for every approval, it would be unmanageable and cost more. He added that this has been the practice over time. The members vehemently opposed this, saying that it had been done over time does not make it right and such payments must be approved by the president. Chairman of the committee, Wole Oke, said approval from the presidency for such sum would be apt.
This is the first time that a ministry is being responsible to account for funds utilized out of service-wide votes. So I think the PS take credit for that. However, sir, there is a lacuna here, which my colleagues are talking about, because I don't want us to waste time on this. So if you go to Section 16, of Procurement Act, because budget formulation itself, sir, budget formulation originates from Section 2021, and then you go to Section 18 of Procurement Act. Section 18 of Procurement Act, sir, suggests that there should be budget planning. There should be procurement planning. That we should identify our needs. That we should identify the cost. And that we should ensure that it is embedded in the appropriation, in the budget law. That is the requirement of law. Section 18. Of Public Procurement Act, sir. Similarly, sir, it went further under Section 16. It lays the parameters based on which you can take funds from the Treasury.
He, however, ruled that in future the ministry should obtain a memo and presidential approval before taking such amounts. Annie T. Patrick, Core TV News, Abuja.